Right. I'm gonna do a little bit of maintenance on the truck. I'm gonna have to clean the battery turmoils. It has some corrosion on it, some other stuff on it too, which is nice and simple. Just gonna remove these. If it'll come out. Gonna have to do an oil change on this too. Alright, once you get a hold of that, battery was already replaced. I just didn't clean it properly, so I'm having issues. And that's the issue too. Let's see. Alright. Once you get those guys off, you usually start with negative first and then go to positive. We gotta clean up all this first. Especially back here. Hopefully y'all can easily see that. After we do that, I'm gonna try these products out. If I don't drop in the forbidden hole. Yep, it's all the way down in the forbidden hole. Oh, it smells good. We're just gonna soak it. Even that. Alright. Let's see if I can recover that. How's that sitting? We can also come down here behind the light bar. I've been having issues with corrosion too. Ain't good. So we're gonna do the same thing. Let that go in there. I know tomorrow is gonna be supposed to go up to a nursery. Finish up over there, pressure washing supposed to wipe it first. Yeah, we're gonna scrub it down real quick. Usually you can get these little kits for like $9. Not too bad. It saves you from buying a new battery. It just sticks it around there and cleans it nice and good. Ram this thing up in there. Ooh, mosquitoes starting to come out. And then we're gonna try to remove some of this stuff off. Spray it with some water. Clean it off, all that chemical. I gotta clean that. Alright. Did put that electric grease on this to try to prevent it from corroding until I can get an actual battery protector stuff on it and cleaner, which it looks like we're gonna have to spray again. Spray that guy again. Did it fall again? Yep, it did. Probably start doing some dog training videos too. That's probably being down the line sometime in the future. It's gonna be mostly trimming plants and doing farming. Pretty soon I'm gonna get quail. Which that's gonna be exciting. Finally get back into quail again. Yeah, it's not a lot cleaner now. Let's spray it again. That's already cleaned. Alright, let's check out this crop. A couple more minutes on it. And typically what you look for whenever you do maintenance on your truck or car, you just look around, make sure nothing looks ordinary. Radiator, once it's cold, there's a line for cold and then hot somewhere down there. You just look at it, make sure it's topped off. Usually if the engine's hot, you just add it. Usually you get lucky and you add more fluid to it. Radiator coolant to it. And you get lucky and it won't happen again, overheating, if you get lucky. Make sure your bolt is not frayed. It's still hot. I'm gonna have to do an oil change on this once it's cooled down a little bit. Come down here. That stuff looks pretty good. Remove that corrosion pretty quickly. Alright. Gotta let that dry for a little bit. I'm gonna hook up the battery. That guy off. Typically once you get corrosion, it's not good. Makes your engine not want to run efficiently. You can do the same thing for your golf cart or anything that has batteries on it. Just go in there and look, see if there's corrosion. If there's corrosion, usually it means A, the battery's going bad, or B, it's just no one cleaned it whenever they replaced the battery. Sometimes water just gets up in there and gets stuff all corrody. That brush would be nice, but oh well. Now we just do the opposite. Make sure it's all nice and clean up in there. No gunk in there. You put on positive first. Now, I'm pretty sure there's torque spec on it, but I don't have a torque wrench. So I'm just gonna go onga if I do it correctly. No, come on. I'm just gonna keep going until it stops moving. Just like that. Now for the back one, you won't really get shocked with batteries, but you however You can easily short it though on other piece of metal. I don't really recommend impact drill for this, but oh well. Nice, good on go for the road. Make sure all your connections is tight. Cause then you're gonna have issues, and then you take it up to a mechanic and charge an arm and leg just to do this. That's still moving. Might have to replace that in the later down the road if it keeps moving like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace that eventually. But right now it's tight. Now, what you can do, get yourself battery protector stuff. I never see these kind, this brand before. I'm gonna test it out. You know what I forgot to? Came with battery protectors. Do I want to put them on? Yes, I do. Because it came with it, I'm putting them on. It's sticky though. Pretty sure not good. Taking this thing off and on. Do I really want to put those on? Nah. I do it down the line. Sometime later. I don't feel like popping those off yet. Keep those in the dashboard. Unless it corrodes again, and oh well. This is protector. Soak that in. Ooh, smells like nail polish. Alright, that is pretty much done. I'm just gonna put this guy back on. Okay. Come on. Alright. Man, that stuff is sticky. Ugh. Oh, I regret this decision. Oh, that made it worse. Okay, well, self to note, don't mix water with that stuff. I'm gonna put back this guy. Best tip, you do not want to put an impact gun on these. You want to start them first, and then you can put an impact on it. Cross-threading is not fun. 30 pounds. You do not want these things popping off in the engine. feels like about 3. Okay. If I don't slip off it. Here we go. Now all we need to do. Alright. Underneath the truck. I usually just climb underneath the truck. So first thing, whenever you do this, there's a cap on top. I forgot to show y'all. But you're gonna need that. This camera's about to die. Yeah. So once you open that fill, it's still hot. Gotta make sure it's in. Nope. Alright, so my battery just died. That's okay. We did this. We did spill a lot. That's for sure. Good thing I didn't record that. Alright, the next step is to filter wherever that will be. Where is it? Okay. So how they have it, I use the wrench, which I need to mow this grass. That's what I need to do first. Hopefully not spill it. Get it where we can easily take it off while doing it with one hand. Yep. Now before we're gonna prepare this guy, the way we're gonna do it with the gasket. I'm doing this one hand. I usually do like, I typically like do it by hand, but this is okay because you do not want to go in dry with this. Make sure no bad oil gets in there. Just shake it off. You can easily smear it now. Leave that over there. Now watch me just feel this. It's definitely warm. Still warm. Okay, it's hot. That's very hot. Not too bad. Slippery. Ooh. Alright. Once your hands is covered in oil, which is not too bad of a color. Up in here, you make sure the gasket is not there. You just inspect it. Inspect all this, make sure it looks all good before you put your other filter up in there. You're gonna let it drain out a little bit. Oh yeah. This camera, it's definitely gonna get oily today. And of course. Okay. Make sure there's nothing up in there. Grab yourself your filter. I'm gonna just do this in the dark a little bit. Make sure it's nice and oily. Gonna use my hands a little bit. A lot of shops will pretty much will skip this part. It's very difficult if they do that. That's how they get you. They will never change the filter. Or if they do change the filter, they won't put oil on it. Or if they do, just put I just dip it in the oil pan, which that's disgusting. Especially oil pans all all dirty. And all nasty. Dirt, grime. Now we're just gonna clean up. Hold on, let me. Nice moisturizer. Pretty sure it's not good for your skin though. But hey. I need to go skinnier. Okay. Now once that happens, once you're in a little more comfortable position, I do not tighten this up tight, like at all. You do not do that. Just until like it's snug. Right there, one more. Yeah. These things won't typically leak. I might jinx myself if I let go of it. Okay, there we go. Now, typically, engineers love mechanics. It's difficult to make sure it's on there. Because you think it's on there, nope. Couple more turns, you can get out of it. Let me just set this down. Okay. I typically hold it like right at this part to make sure it's not, so you don't over tighten it. Now, one thing a lot of shops won't do is clean your stuff afterwards. This is, I don't like to see grime on anything or any rust. Typically you can pre-fill filters, but I did not bring the oil down here. Get it ready. So, one good tip about, I'm gonna take it out here. Oil plugs, to make sure it won't leak ever. You always should do this anyways. Get yourself I guess my lights don't work, okay. Ugh. Get you up on here. There's a little magnet on it too, it's not dirty. Just pop this guy off, this gasket. You gotta make sure you take your oil on y'all. And just remove this guy. If it will come out. Well, that's lost. You get yourself a new gasket. Make sure there's oil on there. Which Just do that. Once we get under there, we can put more oil on it. You see if a new rubber is not really. Rubber is okay. Just make sure you don't smush it too much. You can over tighten these things too and make them leak like a sieve. Make sure you do it by hand first. Still looking for my 15 nail. Hold on, give me 1 second. Alright, found my 15. And my socket. So with these guys, you just tighten it like normal. Not too tight. I usually don't have success with the rubber ones. I usually have more success with plastic or copper. With sealing, the rubber don't really seal as good, but that's all they had. Nice and snug. Now after that, we're gonna do an inspection, make sure we got everything looking good. Just hope. That's why I don't like rubber, because I don't think that's sealed. Well, we're gonna take paper towel. Just clean up all this. I still don't like how that rubber sat in. Okay. After that, we just make sure we don't hit a back. Jumpy jump. That's what I mean right here. Just a little oil right there. Oil, take it off. 5W30, 5W30. And that also went in the forbidden hole. Right there. Try and do one hand. Put all in 1 quart. If that still leaks, you're gonna have to replace it with a plastic. Back on the tripod. You're back on the tripod, huh? Maybe we'll get the quart. Is it lingo? That. Yeah, so Steve, yep. So where you pour it, you don't want to pour it from here. You pour it like this, makes it easier. Because if you pour it like that, you're not gonna you're gonna spill it ever. You usually learn that once, and you will never do that again. Let's double check. Everything looks okay. I'll be back. Nope, it's not leaking. Thankfully. Let's see how we're gonna prop this guy up to make more light for y'all. There we go. That's all of it. This truck takes about 6 quarts even. Alright. Now how to tell if you dipstick, where your dipstick is usually depends on models and cars, but mine's right there. It's gonna pull out. This corkscrew type thing. I'm gonna wipe it. Typically what you want to see. There we go. You won't be in that round in there. Right in there, it'll be okay. Pop it back in. Okay. If I wipe it good enough. Alright, it's right up in there. Okay. Well, back under this truck. Typically you want to have these things jacked up, but I'm small enough and skinny enough to wiggle myself out. That ain't leaking yet. And typically what you can do, you don't need gloves. We don't need gloves here. It's just get your finger up in there. Oh no. We got a leak here. Oh my god. I don't know why. They even sell rubber. That's kind of my fault. Yeah. Okay, well, let's just say it's done. We just crank it up. Let's do a simple trick. Let's hook up a vacuum and hopefully that does it. Well, that's gonna conclude for today. Okay. I gotta go replace that real fast. You just crank it. For the GMCs, if you want to, once it kicks in, once you click that button, 94, I've figured it out last night. You just pushing hard to check, I think. Back up to 100. That's it. Alright. I'm gonna go have fun.